All right, that was 2 containers of our mac and cheese in our cast iron. We're gonna come in with 1 egg right into our mac and cheese cast iron for this delicious and easy little lunch idea. I'm just gonna start to combine our egg and our mac and cheese right into our greased cast iron, just like so. All right, we're just gonna smooth that out beautifully into our cast iron. I'm gonna bring in one of my favorite kitchen gadgets, which is a cheese grater. You can get these on Amazon. They are so fun to use, and I absolutely love grating my fresh cheese. I'm using a mozzarella cheese today, but you can do any kind of cheese you like. I think it is the perfect cheese for this delicious and easy little lunch idea. So I'm just gonna go on in, and we're gonna really start to shred that mozzarella right on top of our delicious mac and cheese and egg mixture. All right, now that we have that mozzarella nice and shredded, we are just gonna start to spread that over our delicious mac and cheese. I just use the Kroger brand of that like kind of ready mac, but you can do any kind of mac and cheese. You can obviously make your own. Now we're going into the fun part. I'm gonna bring in our Carbone pizza sauce, and I'm just gonna go right on over just like so with a little bit of that pizza sauce. I'm using a red sauce. You could also do a white sauce, a pesto. You can make your own sauce, whatever your little heart desires. I'm gonna go with that entire thing right on top of our delicious little freshly shredded cheese. I'm also gonna come in with some red pepper flakes. I love a little bit of spice with any of my meals, so we are going right on with that red pepper flake. You could obviously omit. And then we're gonna also come in with our Italian seasoning, the perfect pinch, which is in fact the perfect pinch. Right on top. Oregano, rosemary, thyme, all of that will also work. Onion powder, garlic powder, whatever your heart desires. Now that we have our seasonings in place, I'm gonna come in with some Parmesan. And yes, we are using one of these little hand crakes just like they have at Olive Garden. And I'm just going in and covering that sauce with additional cheese. I always say the more cheese, the better. Remember, we have that mac and cheese. We just did our freshly grated mozzarella. And now we're gonna throw in some Parmesan, because why not? You could also do a feta cheese, a goat cheese. You could do vegan cheese, any kind of cheese you'd like. You could also just have the pre-bought shredded cheese, but I think that looks pretty good. Make sure we get all that excess on there. And here comes the fun part. I have my Hormel pepperonis. I'm just using the original ones. You could do any kind of pepperoni you'd like. Oh, I mean, who doesn't love a good pepperoni though? We're just gonna go right on over our sauce and our cheese. This is gonna be a great little weekday lunch or a weekend dinner, fun to make with the kiddos, great little potluck dish, and it really is super customizable. Like I said, you could do different kinds of cheeses, different meats, different sauces, but we're going in and just adding some of those pepperonis, just like so. Oh, I love a good pepperoni, so make sure there's some left over for, you know, your friends and family to also consume. And then I'm also gonna be bringing in some mushrooms, controversial, but I love a good mushroom, and I love the canned mushrooms. I don't know, you could do a fresh here or a frozen, but I really don't mind the can. So I'm just going in with some of those mushrooms right on top of our delicious little mac and cheese cast iron right here. Don't be shy with the mushrooms. You could also do an olive here, a pineapple, a ham, a chorizo, anything your little heart desires. Perfect. And then I also have some freshly cut, just green bell pepper. I love green bell peppers. They add a great earthiness. You could also do a red, a yellow, an orange, but I love just those big, thick pieces of green bell pepper right on top of all of this delicious pizza-esque lunch. I think that looks pretty good. All right, folks, we are ready. We are taking this big, heavy boy into the oven. We're gonna go 400 degrees for about 20, 30 minutes. Okay, our mac and cheese pizza in the cast iron is nice and cooled down, and oh my gosh, this smells amazing. Remember, we have that red sauce, those pepperonis, the mushrooms, the bell peppers. You could just go right on in. Oh, I mean, you can't tell me that doesn't look amazing. Look at the cheese pull on that. Oh, I mean, my mouth is absolutely watering. Oh. All right, there we go. We have that mac and cheese, all of our pizza toppings. Oh my goodness. Everything you want in a meal, all in one. Cheese, protein, mushrooms, delicious. And in a cast iron. You have to give this a try. I mean, look at this.